Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're tackling a legal complaint filed in Los Angeles Superior Court.
That's right. We've got the actual document here. It lists, 16 different causes of action.
16. Okay, so our mission today is really to unpack that, figure out the key allegations at the heart of this thing.
Exactly. And the document names 4 plaintiffs. Jane does 1 through 4. They're suing anonymously because the claims involve alleged sexual misconduct.
Makes sense. And the defendants.
That would be William Robinson Jr., known to everyone as Smokey Robinson, and his wife, Frances Robinson.
Okay, so Smokey Robinson and his wife. And those 16 causes of action you mentioned, it's a lot.
It really is. It runs the gamut: negligence, sexual battery, assault, even things like false imprisonment, emotional distress.
Intentional and negligent, I see here. Gender violence. Ralph Act, Bain Act.
Yeah, and then hostile work environment, constructive discharge, basically being forced to quit, plus a whole slew of labor code violations, wages, breaks, that kind of thing.
Quite the list. Let's maybe start with the first plaintiff, Jane Doe 1.
Okay, so Jane Doe 1. She alleges she was employed as a housekeeper starting January 2023 until February 2024.
Just over a year.
Right. And she claims she was forced to resign because of, repeated sexual assault and harassment by Mr. Robinson.
The complaint gets specific, doesn't it? It mentions the first alleged assault in March 2023.
It does. And it alleges this continued until she resigned. The details claim these incidents happened on weekends when she says she was alone with him.
And there's this recurring detail, the blue bedroom.
Yes, the complaint mentions him allegedly calling her to this blue bedroom, locking the door, sometimes removing a dog, being clothed only in underwear, placing the howl on the bed, and then describes alleged acts: kissing, digital penetration, oral copulation, and vaginal penetration. It even alleges ejaculation without a condom and ignoring her protests.
And she claims this happened multiple times.
At least 7 times, according to the filing. The last one alleged was February 17th, 2024, shortly before she left.
Why didn't she report it sooner, according to the complaint?
The filing lists several reasons: fear of losing her job, potential family issues, public embarrassment, concerns about her immigration status, and feeling intimidated by his celebrity status.
A lot of pressure points there. And what about Mrs. Robinson?
Jane Doe 1 alleges Frances Robinson knew about prior misconduct but failed to act. She also accuses Mrs. Robinson of creating a hostile work environment herself, with yelling and ethnically pejorative language.
Wow. And on top of all that, the wage claims.
Right. Working 10 hours a day, 3 days a week, allegedly for $18 an hour, but claiming failure to pay minimum wage, overtime, provide rest and lunch breaks, or proper wage statements.
Okay, let's move to Jane Doe 2, a different timeline here.
Much longer. May 2014 to February 2020, also a housekeeper, and again alleges she was forced to resign due to repeated sexual assault and harassment by Mr. Robinson.
Similar pattern of allegations.
Similar core allegations,
Yeah.
yes. The complaint mentions constant and predictable sexual advances. It details alleged assaults starting in late 2016.
Any different details here?
Yes, it mentions alleged text messages asking her to meet in areas without security cameras, like the laundry room or garage, for alleged digital penetration and rape.
Using technology to avoid detection, potentially.
That seems to be the implication. It also describes an alleged instance of forced oral sex in that blue bedroom, followed by penile penetration without a condom and ejaculation on her face. She claims at least 23 such occasions.
23. And threats involved, too.
Allegedly, yes. That Mr. Robinson threatened to make Mrs. Robinson be mean to her if she refused.
So weaponizing the wife's alleged behavior.
Potentially. And her reasons for not reporting and the allegations against Mrs. Robinson: failure to act, hostile environment, yelling, slurs, they echo Jane Doe 1, plus similar wage claims: 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, $10 12 hour, below minimum wage, no overtime, etc.
Okay, Jane Doe 3 now. Employed from 2012 to April 2024. Again, housekeeper.
Right, another long-term employee. Forced resignation alleged due to repeated sexual harassment, assault, and rape throughout her employment.
Does the blue bedroom come up again?
It does. A similar alleged pattern: showering, nudity, towel on the bed, oral copulation, rear vaginal penetration. She claims at least 20 instances.
20. Any other specific allegations for her?
Yeah, there's an allegation he offered her $500 for oral copulation, which she says she refused. Also claims of unwanted touching and kissing generally. She resigned just this past April.
And reasons for not reporting, claims against Mrs. Robinson, wage issues.
All very similar to the first two: fear, intimidation, hostile environment, yelling, ethnic slurs. and wage claims. 10 hours day, 6 days week, 18-hour, lack of minimum wage, overtime, breaks, and specific mention of working Sundays and holidays without proper pay.
Finally, Jane Doe 4, the longest employment period.
Yes, October 2006 all the way to April 22, 2024, and her roles were varied. Housekeeper, personal assistant, cook, hairdresser.
Wow, multiple roles. Forced resignation alleged again.
Yes, same reason cited. Repeated sexual assault and harassment by Mr. Robinson. The first alleged assault mentioned for her was way back in 2007 in Las Vegas.
Okay, so an alleged pattern spanning years and locations.
Exactly. The complaint describes it continuing in different places, including a temporary home in Bell Canyon where the blue bedroom detail reappears, and the main Chatsworth residence when she was alone with him. Allegations of being pulled onto the bed naked and raped, ejaculation without a condom.
And like the others, unwanted touching.
Yes. Allegations of constant unwanted touching and kissing, her reasons for not reporting claims against Mrs. Robinson, and wage allegations all mirror the others. 10 hours day, 6 days week, 15-20 hour, unpaid minimum wage, overtime, breaks, wage statements, and even uncompensated travel time.
So when you step back and look at all four, these patterns seem quite striking. The blue bedroom detail specifically.
It's certainly a recurring element in the allegations.
Okay.
And the consistency in the claims about Mrs. Robinson's alleged knowledge and inaction, plus her own alleged hostile behavior.
And the wage and hour violations claimed by every single one of them.
Right. It paints a picture from the plaintiff's perspective of not just alleged sexual misconduct, but also potentially exploitative labor practices. The sheer variety of legal claims shows they're trying to address all these alleged harms.
And they're seeking significant damages, right? $50 million mentioned for many claims, plus a jury trial.
Yes, it signals they are taking this very seriously and seeking substantial accountability.
Of course, and it's crucial we emphasize this. This is a legal complaint. These are allegations. Nothing has been proven in court yet.
Absolutely critical point. Everyone is presumed innocent until proven otherwise in a court of law. Due process has to play out.
Still, the details laid out here, the consistency across multiple accounts, it really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does.
It raises questions about power dynamics, especially in these very private domestic employment settings. What vulnerabilities exist? And what does accountability look like in situations like these? Something to consider as this case moves forward. Thanks for walking us through this deep dive.